Davy.
Liftoff is here.
Yes.
I'm Helen Gitlevich and this is Rachel Silber. And we are both Access facilitators. And you can find out about Access Consciousness down there. And we are doing kind of like gratitude with being you or with whatever.
This is gratitude, man.
Gratitude.
Gratitude is the
Yeah, just use, like you said before you hit the live button. Remember, like, how did you put it? That instead of being grateful for external things.
Oh yeah. So I hopped onto a little play space that I play in, and I don't play very often. I'm naughty that way, I suppose. But I popped in and I asked, "Hey y'all, what are you grateful for today?" And the thing is that I didn't really want to ask that question because I got there's so much externally based motivation for gratitude. Like I could be grateful for the juice or for the kitty cat or for the computer that I'm on or the StreamYard that we're streaming with or the plants that are around me. I could
Or
be
the clutter.
or the clutter. Yeah, we were also speaking about amazing conversations before we hit go live. It was very funny. But I could be grateful for all of those, grateful for having a body, grateful for me. The thing is, though, there's a difference between grateful and grateful for.
Yeah, so let's stop because that's a mic drop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
total mic drop. Because a lot of times when we talk about gratitude, it's grateful for somebody, something, and it's usually very concrete. And isn't it part of the judgment? Because when we are grateful for something, it's a lot of times there is a real judgment attached, meaning that it's something good that we are grateful for. But what if we can be grateful for everything? And that's a space of gratitude.
Well, that's what's so different, because to me, a lot of the grateful for goes with valuation. Do you deserve it? What does this mean about you if you have this thing? What does it mean about you if this thing is taken away from you and you no longer have it? Like if you're grateful for your body and suddenly you have an autoimmune disease, are you then not grateful for your, like, is it against you? Is it for you? Or are you just grateful for everything and the whole experience? It's such a the nuance, it's subtle, and honestly, Helen, I don't even have a clue how to really express it. Like I sat there with that Facebook post that what are you grateful for today, and I looked at it and I thought I can't put in that post what I'm really perceiving. I don't even know how to speak about it, like how to express the depth of being grateful versus being grateful for.
It's because a lot of things, non-concrete, like not the things or not the people, it's uh, energy. And a lot of times there is no words describing it, yet we're trying to define it through the cognitive means.
Yeah. Wow.
So what if we don't have to define it? And I am going to use a clearing statement right now.
Oh, yeah, accessconsciousness.com. You can find out about the clearing statement or theclearingstatement.com and find out about it there too. So I'm going to let you jump right in.
And hi, Facebook user. And so what energy, space, and consciousness can we be? To be totally out of control and out of definition, out of form, structure, and significance, out of linearity and concentricities for all eternity.
And I'm going to throw in reference points and objectives there as well. That's a lot of what are you grateful for? You must have something for. Yeah. So, yeah.
So everything that is right on the top, bottom, 9 shorts, boys and hands. Because when we try to define, especially gratitude, how can we define gratitude or being grateful? Just like defining love. There is 1,000 definition of love. How many of them are actually true?
Yeah.
Same as gratitude. Gratitude cannot be defined, just like oneness, just like a lot of things. Can you define God?
Heck no.
People try.
But even that, it's such a minuscule. Anything that we try to label it as, anything that we attempt to describe it as, the words are like they point the way, maybe.
Maybe, but even that, a lot of times it takes
That
us
is
away.
Yeah.
It takes us away. Because if we define something, it's like we know the definition, so that's what it is, and it's right here in the box, versus it's much bigger. It doesn't fit in the box.
Yeah. Yeah. Like maybe that's actually one of the reasons, and I've admitted this to you multiple times, that I fucking suck at, oh, let me make a gratitude list. Let me write the things that I'm most grateful for. Let me do this home play, or let me do that home play. I don't. I am like ADD, ADHD, everything, and I can last about 2 seconds, and then bye-bye, it's gone. I'm already somewhere else doing something else. But the difference of sitting down and really focusing and doing gratitude is such a different energy.
Let me stop you. Is it actually doing or being gratitude?
Well, that's the thing, because that's because for me, and I'm just going to speak from personal experience, because everybody's different. But in my case, I'll sit down and start writing. And I may get on a roll and I may write for a while. I may write one day, or I may just write for a couple of minutes, and that's pretty much it. But when I'm being me, when I'm actually stepping more into the space of me, allowing me, it makes no difference to me if it's a sunny day outside or a pouring rain like it is with a mist rolling in, or or anything else. It isn't the having to have something appear in a particular way to be able to be grateful. It's just this being gratitude, and being me is being grateful. Like everything seems miraculous around me. Like literally everything. The coloration of the leaves, the cat in my lap, the butterfly that flew and landed on the window earlier. Like everything is, and it doesn't matter like if it's that butterfly or something different. There's this I'm bubbling forth being of just like, oh my God, I get to live this. I get to be this. I get to experience. And wow, how did I get so lucky? And it isn't let me sit down and then I'm going to kick myself in the ass because Dr. Dane said, write down 10 things. And I can't.
But that's
each one of my toes and my body parts and I could fill up that sheet, I'm sure. But it's a difference.
There is a difference between what you're describing when you start writing from the perspective of doing. You have to write it down. That's a doing. It's not being the energy. Because the idea is being the energy of gratitude, and then everything kind of starts melting around us. When we are doing, it's from that effort and force and push and kind of like, hey,
there's this like I'm gonna make myself like my life or fix my life or change my life because there's something quote unquote wrong with me.
Exactly. That's a judgment of right and wrong. Or it's instead of just, okay, cool. I have this in my life, good, bad, and ugly, and I still can be grateful for all of it.
Yeah.
But it's being grateful, not doing.
Yeah.
So much difference.
how do you even speak about it with people? It's like, it's the
That's
funniest
what
thing.
we're doing. I think that's what we are being and doing here.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
'Cause,
share this in the group where I posted the question.
yeah.
Um, and I don't know if they'd see it or not, but I'll I'll put the link right under the comments of, I had no idea how to speak about this. And
What's
thank
the
you for
yeah? So
discovering this with me.
what if it's not about people actually hearing it? What if it's about us recognizing it and being that energy? And whoever chooses will hear it and listen to it. And it's again not from the push, but from invitation. How much different energy it is, how much lighter it is when we don't have to push, when we don't have to do, when we don't have to convince people.
It's the ease of being.
Mhm. Yeah, I can't wait for our classes of being you.
Yes,
Being you
I
was
just realized, oh my God, we're in August.
yeah, it's only 2 weeks away, less than that actually. It's
Next
10 days.
weekend, a week and a half. Yeah, being us with the earth. And I'm amazed because I'm interacting with the earth. Literally, I'm on a ravine and I play with the plants and with the animals. Got one on my lap right now.
Yeah, Mike is sleeping in the other room.
And it's so interesting to be able to receive, and not only that, but the other day, just after one of these gratitude conversations, we joined the symphony advanced practitioners and the maestros in contributing to the fires that are burning out of control in Turkey. And I just received an email that there's stuff going on in Israel as well, with fires burning out of control. And Avi said in Spain and in Italy. And it's just like, you know, this planet is asking for something. And I think one of
So
the things that it's asking for is for us to be us and to be the contribution, being us, not minimizing us, not shrinking, not judging, but to be fully us and being that energy and being the ask that we be. We can contribute to the planet.
exactly. This is the energy of gratitude, joy, ease. That what changes all of the things that's going on with the planet, with other people. Because the more we are that energy, the more we can change what's going on. If we are in like anger or fear, I actually had quite an interesting conversation about is fear running your life on a podcast I did this morning. And part of it is when we are in fear, it dictates everything we do.
Just look at the world in the last year and a half.
Yeah. It's controlling us, it paralyzes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing next week kind of like part two because there was so much to talk about it that couldn't stop. It's like, okay, we have this and this and this. And the question is, how does it get any better than that? The gratitude of it and what else is possible is going to change the fear into gratitude. Because fear is based on judgment, based on that we are worried. But the worries is again, it's a conclusion that something is wrong. So, what gratitude can we be today? I love that question.
Yeah, I love that. I love that because it's the gratitude for me is the energy of possibilities and the energy of appreciation of what there is. And whenever we appreciate anything, just in that word itself, it appreciates, it grows, it expands, it exponentializes. And so then what is when we're willing to be us beyond the fear, beyond the judgment, beyond the stuckness, holy moly, we're going to show up. And the most amazing things in the most amazing ways. And like when we were contributing to Turkey, I know the call was for Turkey, but I was working with the entire planet. And
I did too. I did too.
not we go beyond.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It's about like we're bigger than this planet. We're bigger than this universe.
Yeah.
So why not contributing to all,
Yeah.
everything, to all the planets, not just Earth.
Yeah. And it's so cool, Helen, when we're willing to step into that knowing that we know and to trust ourselves and have gratitude for our, coloring outside the lines and doing something different and being the grandness, the fullness of us. And whatever's the fullness of us, this ain't max. Every day there's more available. Every choice there's more available. Everything expands, like we were saying with when we're appreciating, everything just keeps expanding. But wow, everything really responds to that vibration. As you were speaking yesterday with the Hawkins scale of, I can't remember exactly what it is, the vibrations, the like the lower vibration emotions, etc. And gratitude is one of the higher vibrations. And imagine the resonance, the harmonic resonance, if you want to call it that, and it's so interesting to have even the feedback on the line. There's beings that are coming through and saying, yeah, having it. But when we're willing to be the wave of a different possibility.
I am. How about you guys? You who are watching it now and who will be watching in the future. Are you willing to be the wave of gratitude, the wave of joy that can actually save the planet?
And beyond save.
Beyond, for me, saving meaning that it will be thriving.
Gorgeous, orgasmic, phenomenal, just a space of contribution, a place that we'd be so grateful to be in and on and playing with and for many, many generations to come.
Exactly.
What contribution could we be by being ourselves? Wow.
What else is possible now?
Yeah. Wow.
So we'll probably see it tomorrow or day after, and
we're
sometime in the future. And thank you for being with us. Whenever you're listening and watching it.
Whenever you're listening and watching, and we're very grateful that you're here.
Very grateful.
Thank you.
Bye.